Hello and welcome to Centaureissi bonus episode, or like better to say to Scarsimon Pigeons bonus episode, which includes in this one the Centaureissi. The most of it we already know about in the event and from Clotta's story, and we'll probably see something new and figure out what does she do in the Oasis, as much as I understood from all of those story profiles. So the name Centaureissi, Maid, Universal Anything Service, Warrior, and May birthday, Butler-36. The Butler-36 is a doll model developed by Universal Anything Service with support from Svarog Heavy Industries. It is a high-end model that can perform both housekeeping and bodyguard service. Compared to the Butler-35 series, Butler-36 abandons the previous series' pre-configured personality modules, instead opting for a basic emotional system that slowly develops after the doll awakening. This allows the doll to be compatible with Spark Heavy Industries combat modules. As soon as this model was released, it flew off the shelves, becoming a particular favorite of business people tired of constantly traveling with entourage in tow. In light of the Butler-36 special characteristics, 42 Labs added them to the roster of Project Nero Cloud. As a partner to 32 Labs, UAS provided them with a Butler-36 who has returned to them, Centaureissi. Doll Profile 1. In order to be compatible with the combat modules developed by Svarog Heavy Industries, the Butler-36 has to abandon certain features that would not affect their general functionality. Specifically, the Butler-36 lacked the rich personality modules that other doll possesses, instead needing to learn from the outside world after awakening. This is what makes her more human-like? Of course, this point was dolled up in Universal Anything Service marketing campaign, and this shortcoming became a selling point the newest member of the family brought together hand in hand. So it's actually better than before. The couple that purchased Centaureissi was a special pair, as they were tied to the military. They hoped to find a companion for their daughter, who was studying at a military academy. As a military family, they did not much care for the overly enthusiastic dolls on the market. Centaureissi was a much better fit for their family. While in service to her employer, Centaureissi's behavior steadily became more militaristic. Capable and decisive, like her employer's daughter, she rejected their unnecessary elaborate and embellished. The two became as close as sisters, sharing everything with each other. Wayne taught Centaureissi many things about the world of humans and introduced her to her friends. People from the military academy tended to be straightforward, and Centaureissi soon became a member of their small group. No one called much that she was a doll, and actually were quite envious of her abilities to learn cutting-edge martial arts skills through that transfer alone. In her free time, Wei would bring some friends over to spar with Centaureissi. With Centaureissi's help, they all scored full marks on their combat exam. After the results came out, they hosted a thank you party for Centaureissi, and at a banquet, with everyone gathered around her, Centaureissi displayed her first smile since she was awakened. This is cute. And we already had this in her story, in the Scarsimon Pigeons story. Okay, it's time to listen to the voice.
時には休憩も必要ですね。いかに有能な人形だろうと疲労は感じるものです。ご主人様、もしお急ぎでなければしばし休憩を頂戴しても構いませんでしょうか。決して長くはかかりませんので。
Sometimes I need a break too. Even the best doll can tire. Master, we are not in a hurry. May I rest for a while? It won't take long. You can rest as long as you want, Centaureissi. Second doll voice.
宿舎を掃除していると部屋のあちこちからおかしなものが出てきます。折れたヘアピン、落書きでいっぱいの封筒、それにボロボロのぬいぐるみなども、その時には虫も出てきますね。ご主人様、どうかされましたか？話題を変えましょうか。
I always find strange objects during my routine cleaning in the dormitory. Broken carpets, envelopes covered in doodles, and tattered stuffed animals. Those, and sometimes I find insects too. Master, are you feeling alright? Shall we change the topic? I don't think it's like that bad. Doll Profile 3. Just as Centaureissi personality module was maturing and she was learning to appreciate her surrounding, life threw its first curveball. Due to the escalation in hostilities, her employer and his wife were both called to support the war effort. The two met privately with Centaureissi before leaving. They did not know when they would return, but they warmly told her that she has become part of the family and that they were entrusting Wayne to her care. This was the first time that Centaureissi felt that very human feeling of parting and the weight of taking on a heavy responsibility. After that, Centaureissi focused on improving her housekeeping abilities. She studies recipes and tried to better understand human amusement so that she would always be a soothing presence in Wayne's life. Third Doyle voice.
時間があるときは宿舎でガーデニングに勤しんでおります。植物を育てるというのは非常に繊細かつ根気のいる作業です。些細なミスで全てが台無しになるのはしょっちゅうですから。そういえばご主人様は植物を育てた経験はサボテンでも結構ですよ。
When I have time, I enjoy gardening in the dormitory. Growing plants is a delicate task that takes perseverance to complete. A small mistake gone unnoticed could ruin everything later. By the way, have you ever tried to grow anything, Master? Yes, a cactus counts too. How incapable do you think we are? As life seems to be returning to normal, Wayne suddenly handed her a contract and a letter, boarded a school military vehicle, and left the city without looking back. This is a receiving contract with Universal's enlisting service. More than Father left me a sum of money, which I have used to purchase long-term maintenance service for you. After your return, ownership will remain in my name, but you don't need to continue your work. You are free to pursue what you want to do. I have enlisted, and I'm going to go searching for Mother and Father. Do not follow me, Rezi. Don't come to the battlefield. This is my last command to you as your master. I'm sorry that I was unable to say this to you face to face. I didn't dare. I'm sorry. Please, take care of yourself. Your little seals always and forever, Wayne. Universal Anything Service. Service Doll Administrative Department. Receiving Process File. Centaureissi. And this letter I did read in the story so much. We are nearing the end. This is definitely one shorter one. Doll Voice 4.
ご主人様、大変お疲れのようですが、今日はご多忙だったのではないですか？それでは何か需要のあるものをご用意いたしますね。昨晩焼いたラズベリーのブラックフォレストケーキがまだ冷蔵庫にあるはずです。出来たてではありませんが、品質に問題はないはず。それに冷やしておいたケーキには独特の味わいがありますよ。
He seems to be tired, Master. Did he have too much work to deal with today? Should get you something Invigorating then. The raspberry chocolate cake I baked last night should still be in the fridge. It's not fresh anymore, but that should not impact its qualities. Besides, there's a unique texture to a chilled cake. And she's just doing everything. I'm envy. I'm envy not having Centaureissi in my life. Doll profile 5. Centaureissi joined Project Neural Cloud by chance. Although she gained her freedom when she returned to Universal Anything Service, losing her employer led to a loss of self. Besides, work and searching for Wayne family, her fundamental condition was not presently sufficient to conceive of what she might want to do. The former, however, was no longer necessary, and the latter not permitted. This left her disconnected for a long period, the details of which remain unclear. As luck would have it, Universal Anything Service was recruiting Butler-36 dolls at 42 Labs request. After receiving advice of others dolls, Centaureissi signed up, hoping to change her aimlessness existence. At least, she could do some work there while figuring out what is it that she really wanted to do. Doll Voice 5.
ご主人様をお世話することが私のメイドとしての最優先事項です。ですが、ご主人様と意見を交わすことももちろん大事です。純然たる主従関係はすでに時代遅れなのかもしれませんね。ご主人様、何か気に病むことがございましたら、このセンタウレイシーにいつでもお話しくださいね。
Obeying Master's orders is my top priority as a maid. That being said, exchanging opinions from time to time is important too. Blind obedience simply isn't feasible in this day and age. Master, if you have any concern you would like to discuss, please, feel free to talk to me. And this is as much as we figured out. Well, probably we already know as much about Centaureissi. She is doing, she's very, she's doing a lot. And let's jump to the upgraded Centaureissi, Unbound WIngs. Okay, let's see what we find out about this one. Everything stays, but she's now a sniper. She has her signature weapon, G36, if I remember correct. File. As a domestic caretaker doll of the Butler-36 model, Centaureissi was selected for Project Neural Cloud due to her emotional system having high capacity for growth as well as her combat modules that matches the capabilities of non-military dolls. After arriving at the Oasis, Centaureissi was put into place a variety of improvements to the professor's living arrangement and taking up the mantle of an important position in the Oasis logistical system. She might be outwardly stringent, but she soon earned the respect and admiration of other agents at the Oasis with her gentle and understanding disposition. She's like not... She's not like letting everyone do what they want. She's very reasonable too. She's such a good... It's good human or like doll being. While handling daily affairs, Centaureissi ran into a dark zone in her memory data and suffered a shutdown. With the help of the professor, she moved past her obstacles and reawakened. Her neural system and combat modules were upgraded along with a new neural project, more suited to combat as well. She has gotten closer to the professor too. For the two of them, this form she now takes seems to hold some special importance. I'm also curious how in the future, when another entropic attack is coming, how will we handle? Like, we got so many upgrades during this process. We have a Hubble, we have EOS, We have Centaureissi now. What will happen next? Dual Profile 1. As a combat mate equipped with combat modules, from her very inception, Centaureissi displayed capabilities which put her in a league of her own both on and off the battlefield. It is this adaptability that delivered her from the cruel frontlines of the battlefield. However, those task combat experience left an indelible blemish upon her neural cloud, creating a deep-seated hidden melody with it. It remained dormant for the most part in her daily activities, but the ticking time bomb would explode when something prompted her to call back to part of her memory. The dark zone in her memory modules caused her to shut down on the spot. Thankfully, the professor ventured into her memory pseudosphere, uncovered the truth of her neural cloud damage, and soothed her old wounds. It was this missing memory segment that informed the professor how she came to be a wanderer, drifting upon battlefields from her backgrounds as a high-end made doll. Centaureissi' unique emotional system has created a rather rigorous disposition in her. In combination with her loaded combat modules and influence from her former military family, in the appropriate moment and circumstances, she can transform into an efficient killing machine in an instant. And we already saw it. Also, I saw Centaureissi is in Girls Frontline too. So I'm asking myself, what does it mean for this Centaureissi that we have here? I don't think they're the same, but I will see. After a series of sudden changes of circumstances, Centaureissi was taken in by Universal Anything Service approximately a week later as a pre-registered contract was drafted. She was transferred to a dual maintenance super facility in a white zone, living there long term as she saw the site. Compared to the endless conflicts and strife of the outside world, these super facilities developed by corporations provided a far more comfortable and suitable environment for dolls. Centaureissi's stay at the super facility had only lasted a month. The limit of her neural logic and her inner tumor caused her to be unable to perform her duties, and her neural system became unsuitable. Only a month after moving into the super facility, Centaureissi decided to leave once more, beginning a meandering journey with few known variables. It was not. I think it's because of her lack of other stuff for combat modules. So she has to learn a lot of by herself. Akin to humans, even in an environment where an adequate life is guaranteed, without an internal goal to strive for, and no direction in sight, pain eventually festers, and they seek an escape. Doll Voice 1.
ご主人様、本日は定期清掃を行います。重要な書類は事前にご収納くださいませ。デスクに名前のないストレージ容器がございますね。私では判断がつきかねますので、お手数ですが、保管をお願いいたします。他にお手伝いできることはございますか？
Master, cleaning day is today. Please make sure that important files are stored away so they are not removed. Some unnamed encrypted data storage devices were left on your desk and were not categorized due to their content being unknown. Please sort those out. Are there any other internal affairs that you would like me to assist with? Second, doll voice.
ひよこ豆の缶詰が？それに肉の缶詰まで。教えてくださってありがとうございます、ご主人様。賞味期限が長いせいか、 ついつい見逃してしまいますね。あ、どうかお気遣いなく。オアシスの食べ物が口に合わないわけではございません。ただ普段からこういった保存食を溜め込みがちで、味はともかく栄養はたっぷりなんですよ。こんな風に昔を懐かしむのもなかなか面白いものです。ご主人様はレーションを味わったことは？
The can of chickpeas has gone bad? And the corner beef as well? Thank you for the reminder, Master. How can this even go bad in digital space? But never mind. With how long canned food can be stored for, it's easier for one to lose track of time in regard to them. Don't fret. It's not that the Oasis ingredients are not adequate. I simply store a quantity of such food by habit. They are far cry from being distinctive in taste, but they are indeed sufficient for their purpose of nutrition. They do serve to remember all the times too. Have you tasted this fare before? Yeah, normally you don't have to store food, but you never know. Goal Profile 3. After leaving, Centaureissi roamed as she sought temporary work while gathering intel. She appeared frequently in areas afflicted with war and conflict. While working as a maid, Centaureissi came into contact with and internalized a significant amount of knowledge related to military affairs. This knowledge was put on good use in times of trouble. When she was first caught up in a firefight, she scavenged a G-36 rifle from a soldier on the brink of death. It became her weapon of choice during her travels for reasons such as ease of maintenance and easier acquired ammunition, maybe also because of the familiar numbers. Having roamed the maimed earth and witnessed its ails, Centaureis's personality, or rather neural structure, underwent significant change. She came to understand that if one wants to live in time filled with chaos and terror, one must adapt and learn how to face them. She grew serious and cautious, but the gentle and affable side of her appeared when the occasion was appropriate. She had tasted the torments of war and knew well the pain of a lost home and family. Short voice.
ご主人様、頂戴した任務は完了いたしました。早い？各種作業を的確かつ速やかに達成するのが私。いえ、このモデルの素養でございますから。戦場でもこうした安全な環境下でも安定したサービスをご提供可能です。中には時間を止める魔法を使っていると考える方もおいでですが、同じメイドでも東洋の物語に描かれた魔法などとは異なります。どれも機能範囲内の業務ですし、ご主人様の背負われる責任には遠く及びません。よろしければ暖炉の前であなた様のこれまでについてお聞かせ願えますか？語り合うことでお互いをより一層理解し合えるかもしれません。
Master, all of your allocated assignments have been complete. Pass, you say? Completing tasks efficiently is a basic requirement of units of my model. Whether in a safe environment or in a war zone, I can provide assistance quickly. After coming to the Oasis, some people ask whether I know how to wield time-stopping magic. The character in the story they speak of is indeed a maid as well, but I have no power as mystical as magic. All that I do is what my occupation would demand of me, and you're shouldered a load far greater than I do. If you don't mind, I would like to hear more of your past. In front of a fireplace maybe. I'm sure that if we simply chat a little, we would come to understand each other more. I'm not sure. I think Centaureissi is also like G-36 is in Girls Frontline 1. Maybe she'd even know the professor or like the captain. Goal Profile 4. After repairs were made to the dark zone in her memory module, Centaureissi inquired the tech department with regards to the repairs process. The description of the professor that Antonida gave lined up perfectly with the officer in her memory. The chunk of reminiscence and gratitude finally found its place of belonging. Memories are of such importance by virtue of their personal nature. In the process of repairing Centaureissi's memories, the professor vanished to help her forgotten the pain of the past. The two, in unspoken agreement, refer to the segment of post-remain memory as one lovely dream. Centaureissi did not make her appreciations evident through speech, but instead gave back in her own way with meticulous day-to-day care and absolute loyalty. To those at the Oasis, the seamless understanding between the doll and the professor shines through in each and every operation the two handle together. When asked by Oda where this enviable mutual understanding come from, Centaureissi only smiles, her mind going back to the battlefield and its ever-present haze. The battlefield is where you shall go. I should think that we will meet again. She may appear cold and stern, but she harbors a naive side deep down. She wants to traverse the battlefront for the past, and her future might be closely linked to the battlefield too. She knows better than ever would know where her true allegiance lies. I think Persicaria has a very strong competitor here. Doll voice 4.
はい。あ、ご主人様でしたか。何かご用件でも。はしたないところをお見せいたしました。つい居眠りを。オペランドの補給が間に合わなかったのでしょう。やや眠気が。以前は居眠りなどめったにしなかったのに。戦場では何が起きてもおかしくない。そのため眠りも自然と浅くなります。小さな動物の足音でさえとっさに目が覚めてしまう。ですがあなた様に仕えてからというもの、眠りにつくのも随分と優しくなりました。あなた様といるととても安心できて、これが皆さんのおっしゃる安心感なのでしょうね。
Is you, master? Do you have any instructions for me? Sorry, I dozed off in my own time. I have been a little sleepy lately. Perhaps I haven't replenished my operants in time. I used to never fall asleep so easily. The battlefield changed with every moment, and any sleep I could get was shallow. Occasionally, even the whispers of a small animal passing by would be enough to wake me. Ever since I have been at your side, though, sleep seems to have come a little easier. As long as you are here, I can rest peacefully. I guess this is the sense of security you bring to everyone. Nearing its end. Doll Profile 5. After a large-scale neural restructuring upgrade and her dark memory zone were repaired, Centaureissi would often describe her past experience thus. Many who have never seen war for themselves bestow this romantic hint upon it, daydreaming themselves as some war hero, with the lowers and fanfare that comes with. But when you face it in reality, all of those fantasies are erased in an instant. I have no intentions of spreading those sentiments to the others at the Oasis. After her neural upgrade, Centaureis's temperance and disposition changes in a significant manner. She wasn't the maid she once was, or the nomad of the front lines she used to be. To be exact, she is an amalgamate of the two. Some dolls still get the "man, the headmate looks extra scary today" feeling, but as people spend more time around her, they discover that the gentle part of what defines her never left. She now values the professor and the others by her side even more. Her desire to protect does not come from duty, but the understanding she has reached from the past experience. For Centaureissi, her greatest wish is nothing more than to keep the peace as it is and strive towards the future with those who are important to her by her side. Last voice.
こんなこと申し上げてよいのか分かりませんが、ご主人様の言動の節々から感じ取れるのです。あなた様が生死の間際を戦火の飛び交う場所を歩んでいらしたのだと。このような指揮ができるのは戦争の残酷さを、そして命の尊さを知る者だけ。戦場を経験していない方には理解できないでしょう。生死を軽んじるのはただ単に近しいものに死が訪れていないから。人形にだって人間から愛を注がれて心が芽生えることもあります。あなた様は私に望みある未来をもたらしてくださった。あなた様の描かれる未来のために私はずっとあなた様のおそばにおります。
Some things are better left unsaid, but I can feel from how you carry yourself that you have traversed fire and brimstone, walked the boundary between life and death. Only someone who has witnessed the cruelties of war can be this well versed in combat as well as so keen in their understanding of life. Some will say they're used to life and death, but that only lasts while death does not visit those close to them. Even as a doll, I have been granted a heart by the care of those around me, and you grant me a future that I can look forward to. For the future that you would create, I shall follow you till the end.
ご主人様、信じておりました。荘園の散る頃に必ずまたお会いできると。我が主よ、このセンタウレイシーの忠誠を余すところなくあなた様に捧げましょう。
And with this, we are ending this bonus episode. Oh, it's a Daisies. Well, they're teasing us so much with something big and coming, with all those upgrades, with all those power that we're getting. She looks good. What can I say? Blue eyes, a blonde. It's just a good combo. I will thank you for watching and listening. I wish you a good day, night, afternoon, and see you in... Well, there is bonus part 2 of some certain hairdresser that we will cover. So see you in more NeuroCloud. Take care.